What's up guys, welcome back to Let's Play Quake 2. So we're now moving on to the next unit. Guess what this place is we have to shut down? It's a strogg processing plant, which means it's a factory essentially where, if you know anything about the lore of Quake and how the strogg work, they basically harvest organic life like humans, and they essentially decompose them, and they basically rip them apart and turn them into a gooey substance called strogg, which basically takes their organic matter and turns it into energy for the use of machinery and all this other kind of nonsense. It's really disgusting, especially to get to see it firsthand in Quake 4 with you know, modern graphics and everything. And I think they touch on it a little bit in Quake Wars. In fact, there's an ability where in Quake Wars where you can actually turn a fallen marine strogg, I believe. I think you can do that. I haven't played it in a little while, but that's pretty cool. In this game, it's a little bit more simple. They basically just see random marines getting dumped into like meat grinders and all sorts of other horrible ways to kill them, and it just looks like a sort of torturous thing, but it's really just a stupidly over elaborate means of getting them broken down. But despite how confusing this level can be the first couple times I played it, I actually kind of like this level because we're finally going to get the railgun. Yay! It might not seem like very long. We're only 8 parts in and we're finally getting the railgun, but like, that's the second to last weapon in the game, so... But that area over there where the blow up the crate with the quad damage on it, we can't get over there just yet. But there is a way to reduce that lava and get across a platform over there. And there's these just random shark enemies over here too, but I'm just going to ignore them because we don't really have to do anything with them. There's a guy down here, I think. Yeah, this room is already full of lava. We can do something about that. We can drain it all out because we need to get everything activated in this room before moving on. I think I missed that switch back there. Yeah. That's the second time that's happened, where the first grenade launch misses and then it blows up later and then damages the gunner. Alright, so that's drained the lava, so now we have to go down there and flip that switch, which will lower that platform. And we can go back on the elevator I was just on and actually get on that platform. Yay for backtracking. Don't you just love it? Okay, that's much better. If we can get up here. And I think this is a new enemy type right here. I think this is the first time we fought them. They're called brains, I think. I think they're called brains. And they are essentially a giant shield. I might not fight this one right now, but they have a giant shield in front of them, and sometimes some of our projectiles can go through it, like the, I think the double-barrel shotgun scatters enough to where some of the shots will hit through it. But for the most part, we have to hit them in the back, so yeah, here he is. It makes that loud snapping sound whenever we hit the shield. But, there we go. These 3 elevators right here, you want to take the middle one because, as I discovered later, that's where the armor is. Now, I messed that one up because I forgot about it, but that's where it is. But yeah, the grenade launcher is really good against those guys because it gets through the shield. So now we just looped around in the beginning here, and there's some lasers over here, which we can disable. We can also jump off of this bridge over here and go down beneath it, and I think there's some secret stuff down there, or maybe an alternate path or some items. I think that's actually how we get to the railgun, I'm not sure. Get some more health while we're over here. But now, as you can see, this part's been lowered so we can get across here and get to the quad damage over there and whatever else is over there. Now that down there just leads to another path that goes around. Let's see, this might lead to the railgun too, I'm not sure. Oh yeah, it just leads to the other side there. And there's some exploding boxes in the way. We could just jump across though. I wonder if that's how they expect you to get across. I'm not sure. That gladiator just totally beat the crap out of us though. We're down to 14 health when we were at full. So I'm going to go ahead and use the quad damage and pick up the new one. This right here, that room, is actually how we're going to exit the level. It's just we need to go and get everything set up to where we can actually do that. Like, there's two moving platforms in there. We need to get them both moving so we can get across. And that's essentially our entire goal of this place, aside from the, that's essentially how we're going to leave anyway. Our goal is to get rid of the, shut down the strogg processing machines, which are in this area, separated by a loading screen. And there's various machines in this level that are doing various horrible things to our marine buddies, and we need to shut down all of them down. They're kind of, disturbingly funny to watch, actually. Like, some of them are just so silly and so just ridiculous that it's amusing. But it's like, this game, because it's so old, this is a game to where it's like, it's incredible gore. It just seems funny and comedic. It doesn't seem graphic and disturbing. I still consider this a gory game, but it's like, it's more cartoonish now with the fact that it's so unrealistic. All the chunks flying everywhere. Yeah, look at that crap. Quake 4, on the other hand, that one is a bit more disturbing with the gore. But over here, we've got another one of these tank guys that comes up. I thought this was a different enemy before. I thought that was another one of those brains guys. I'm assuming that's what they're called still. He dropped his grenade down there. Right here, this door requires 2 switches to open it that are behind me. Those can be pretty hard to spot your first time through. Like, I got stuck on that a couple times, I think. This is one of the machines right here. As you can see, it's just jumping out bits of human that are being grinded up. I mean, it seems just silly. Why would you have so many different, just totally barbaric ways of killing people when you can just have one very conventional one? It's not like this in Quake 4 at all. Everything is much more, everything makes a little bit more sense, to be honest. There's another machine in here. The only problem is this level is non-linear because of these machines, where we can basically shut them down in any order we want. I'm trying to use some of these grenades just because I have so goddamn many of them. And there's more out over here. Jeez. I can hold 100 of these things. I really don't need that many. You know, some weapons, it's justified why they have so much ammo in this game, because you can be really trigger happy with them, like the chain gun and the hyper blaster. But this is just stupid. Oh well, 300 rounds for the chain gun is reasonable. 1,000 rounds for the assault rifle and rage, that's a bit excessive. Well, anyway, we shut down that machine and now we can move on. There's a parasite in there. I'm not even giving him the chance to get close to me. I'm going to blow him away around the spot. There's some more sentries that pop out right here. Or are those the flyers? I can't remember what they're called. See if we can whip out the chain gun and take these guys out. This room is kind of tricky because in order to get to cover from these gunners, you have to kind of jump across the conveyor belt, which the conveyor belt is obviously still moving. There we go. Go ahead and save just in case. Some armor over there, and I want it. Armor is pretty rare in this game compared to in Doom, the first 2 Dooms. I mean, not that it's like really scarce, but it is. I think you can deal without it a little bit more than you could in Doom, honestly. I mean, there's armor everywhere in Doom, just because you needed it that badly. I just love the Hyper Blaster and its lack of recoil. God, the Marines make such stupid death sounds too. But this is 1997, so we'll forgive them. Another machine up here, go ahead and shut that one off. And the ground shakes whenever we shut these things down too, which is really distracting because you think there's something massive going to happen, and it just stops all of a sudden. It's like, well, that was lame. Was that really necessary? Another thing about these things is they're just kind of scattered around the place at random. Like, they're not really in any strategic importance to where they'd all kind of funnel together. They're just kind of off in the corner somewhere. There we go, there's another one shut off now. I was gonna say, I saw some rockets over here and I wasn't sure how to get over here. Alright, I want to say that's all of them. But even though this level is non-linear, it does kind of loop around to the beginning. Now, here we go, this is the last one. Biocompression chamber. I think there's some stuff behind the biocompression chamber. Yay, some much needed health. And much needed bullets as well. Then a random gunner will spawn out here. I guess he came from that room with the armor shards, but now that we've shut that down, this bridge will pop up so we can get back over here. And they're still dumping random guys into this acid. So I guess that's all of them shut down now. I guess we can jump up here too. I don't think there's anything over here though. If the game will let me. Oh, there's some health. There we go. This elevator decided it wanted to be nice for a change and let me actually get on it from the top and head to the bottom. So now we've looped around to the beginning, so now we can get out of here again. And that was my headphones falling off. Okay, now we can go pick up the railgun and finally get out of here. Finally reap our reward for this nonsense. And that's where we're going to leave, right here. Just gotta remember how to get to the damn thing. I want to say it's in that room back there that I mentioned before. It's like the most vague way to describe it, just that room from before. Yeah, I want to say it's down here. There we go, secret area and the railgun, yay! I'm assuming you guys all know what the railgun does, but for those of you who don't, the railgun is essentially the closest thing to a sniper rifle that the Quake series has. And this is the first game to have a railgun, really. It wasn't in the original Quake and it wasn't in any of the Doom games. And there was no railgun equivalent in any of the Doom games either. So this is the high accuracy precision weapon that is used by all the pros in the multiplayer to get those 100% accurate shots from ridiculously far ranges. And that's pretty much it. There's no scope, you just gotta line up your shot and make it. I mean, you can't zoom in or anything like in Quake 4. It is essentially a sniper rifle without the scope, so very cool.